SHEABABY.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Late night smoke, late night smoke. We up, man. We're gonna talk some of this Camron, Jim Jones smoke. It is definitely up. You know, we got into it earlier. I had to get off. You know, we was on for like 2.5 hours. So tonight I figure we get on late night vibes. Y'all see the number at the bottom. We are taking calls tonight. Matter of fact, let me upload the phone right now, get that situated, get everything down. You know, me and Fox, we was rocking out earlier. So, you know, I had to get back on tonight, see what the vibes is. So shout out to everybody late night. We gonna get this going.
Of course, I did what I did as a...
I got a little of the MREC going, so let's get that popping.
You heard? I had the soldiers. Niggas didn't tell me nothing. You heard? I did what I wanted to do. I seen the shit wasn't going right, so I started doing what Jim Jones needed to do.
Let's go to we're gonna let that interview play. The Jim Jones Camron interview. Let that rock for a little while. Show y'all I'm in the building too, just so you know. I'm in the building. That's a fact.
SHEABABY.
We here tonight. Brian, what's good? We rocking. We got some of this Camron smoke. We gonna let that rock. We gonna go where we left off earlier. Let's see where this is right here. Brian, what's good? We here. I'm over here rolling up. It's a late night vibe tonight. Yes, sir.
Beard that like to take care of it, like to keep it groomed. Look, we got a black.
Cam and Mace were so-called best friends, grew up together, and R.I.P. Huddy. Like, I was there for everything. That's one thing that people can't never say, is that I wasn't there for every single thing.
What was your problem with Mace? Like, how did that all happen? Because that was Cam, man, like you said.
Cam enemies were my enemies. Okay. Anybody Cam didn't like, I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling Cam, so I definitely didn't like him.
King Troll, what's goody?
Much love Cam had for him, and how Cam was jumping out the window for him, which a friend should, and shit like that. Like, being overprotective, making sure nothing happened. Like, he was trying his best to make sure that.
All right, man. Sorry about the camera. Had to jump on a new phone, man. This camera ain't doing no justice. Not a lot of light. But nevertheless, I'm going to address this real quick because I think oftentimes, you know, when you see friendships like that, when you see Jim Jones, you see Camron.
Yes, sir, Brian, we back. Let's grind.
Just like a relationship with a friend, you know, or a girlfriend, I should say, sometimes you're just together for convenience. The same thing can be true with a rap group. Like, these dudes is getting money together. They on top of the world. They touring. They may have issues. They ain't really rocking out with each other. But they got to stay together and rock out with each other because, you know, we a group. Now, it don't mean that they got to chill or nothing like that. But Jimmy's coming from a spot where he pretty much said, look, I don't think...
Brian, good look, my boy. I appreciate you, my boy.
Seems to happen. Egos get involved. Pride gets involved. People think they should have more than they're supposed to. People keep stuff away from each other. It's just one of those things that happens with every group of people. But it seems like it permeates our race just a little bit more than other people. Like, we have to find a way to put petty differences to the side.
I appreciate you, Brian. You always rocking out. You're a good dude.
I don't think it's a big deal, right? I just think people just talking and in their feelings, you know? But he may feel away. Like, that's like my homie.
Sir.
Like, you doing all this with this dude, but I saw him snake you. I'm looking at you some type of way, like, why are you rocking with this dude? Why are you rocking with Mace, right? When I seen what Mace did to you, according to Jim Jones, right? At the end of the day. So that is what it is, right? Shout out to the podcast, respectfully, the podcast, you know, that had Jim Jones on there. Great, you know, snippet. And, you know, hey, this is what the industry is, right? This type of stuff y'all like at the end of the day. Will Camron respond? Probably, because everybody's waiting. See, one thing I gotta
you damn real Camron's gonna respond. Neither one of these dudes is scared of each other. Let's start from there, man. These are friends from way back. This is inside smoke of drama these niggas done had from, just probably as kids, man. Don't worry, nobody's gonna get hurt, man. These guys love each other, man.
What it is.
They love each other. Shit, baby. Yeah. Come on, this is the set. But if they got some issues they need to air out, nobody need to hype it up or you internet fake thugs. We just listening to see what's going on tonight. That's a fact. Shout out to the set. Shit, baby.
Understand that this is the entertainment industry, right? So you may see dudes get on here that may not really be beefing, and they'll spark something up. So be ready, be prepared for Camron and Mace to next time they have a program to air Jim Jones out, and most likely behind the scenes they'll probably be laughing all the way to the bank. Remember, Jack Triller came on here maybe 4 years ago, and he said, "Man, you think that stuff I be seeing be real?" He started laughing like, "Man, this is me." He said, "Remember, this is the entertainment." Jay-Z said it's only entertainment. A lot of this stuff is staged. I'm not saying this is particularly staged, but a way people also.
Nah, this ain't staged. This one ain't staged. Shit, baby. This one is real, y'all. But it's easy smoke. It ain't no real smoke. It's easy smoke. Easy smoke.
Stage stuff is they'll poke and pry, mention your name, come at you in order to get a response. Next thing you know, like let's say right now, if I go at anybody, bigwig, well, they scared to mention our name, right? We don't exist, right? Even though we damn near over.
The phone lines is open too. The numbers at the bottom. If you want to call up and talk about this smoke, the lines is open. Let's get to it tonight.
Throw any name out there, and they respond to me. Now people going to come and check for me. So you see that happening now. You see people trolling people, wanting to get that response. I even seen I seen 50 Cent post a dude, and he said the dude was crashing out, about to get himself killed, and the dude posted it like, "Look, 50 Cent is watching." Like, yo, this nigga, he said you about to get killed. But it's just about the attention. Like, you're watching me. Yes, I want your attention. Now, we already know the industry watch us, right? We know that already. We've had most of the industry on our show. So that's no big deal to us. Never been about, really the fame. To me, it's a business at the end of the day, and I'm a businessman. That's the way I look at it. So, hey, it's your boy, Old God Man. Let me know what you think in the comment section about what Jim Jones said. Apologize for the blurry video. Not enough lighting in here.
All right, so like I said, if you think this is going to be that smoke, you out of your mind. Let's see who's in the building. Would you rather ride your tree going, okay? A lot of trollers here. Ain't kicking nobody. Yeah. We chillin'. Brian, what's good? Nah, we ain't kicking nobody tonight, Brian. It's too much smoke out here tonight, man. You know what I mean? All right, so here go the actual. Let's go back to the actual interview, because a lot of people that wasn't around earlier, y'all can hear the interview now.
Purple. I grew up on Weeks Avenue. Every fucking apartment on the block of Weeks Avenue, so cracked. There was like buildings with every apartment, and that shit so cracked that my friends used to live in. Like, I grew up in the spooky era. You know what I mean? And I was a child growing up in that, but I was a child that was a little bit ahead of my time, so I understood shit that I shouldn't understand at that time.
And I love that. I think I got to go back, though, to the in-system
Go back to it.
studio. You know what I'm saying? You saying you was the first person that did that. And it seemed like you was the first to do a lot of different things.
Google it.
Nah, I'm going to Google it for sure, but it's like you did a lot of things first. I know you hate to talk about the past a lot of times and shit that could have happened, but man, I just want you to
Tell
really...
that to Soulja Boy.
Oh, man.
Tell him again.
Soulja, Jim did this one first. I think Soulja gonna come at you, and he definitely...
can't. I done shit before he was even in the game. I was at Soulja Boy's first show in Atlanta, I think like at the Opera. I forgot what show it was. I was at his very first show when everybody was going crazy for this new kid named Soulja Boy doing a Superman that hoe.
You was doing a dance, or you was too gangster?
Nah, I wasn't doing a Superman.
Nah, but yeah, man, I just want to hear how that feels, though. Like, where you at now, all the shit you started and not getting the checks for, like, what stands out? Which brand? What, like...
No, I'll tell you a story. The most funny story would be True Religion. I am the first rapper to put on a pair of True Religion
Hey, yo,
jeans.
Jen, you're not gonna keep with this first talk.
James White, what's good? Baby Love, what's goody?
My brother brought them jeans home one day when I got in the house. He threw them on the bed. They from Bloomingdale's. He's like, yo, throw those on, man. Them shit's just $300 jeans. This is one $300 jeans were the equivalent to a Mary's $1,200 jeans. Those niggas wasn't buying $300, $400 jeans. He like, put those on. I flipped them open. They had the dope stitching. And then it was bell bottoms. And then they had a stitch going across. He like, man, put them shits on, man. Give a fuck about no bell bottoms. These shit's $300 jeans. Niggas, rich nigga shit right here. I'm like, man, I don't like the bell bottom part. He like, yo, bro, listen to me. Listen to your brother, nigga. I get fly too. They gonna be on this. Sure enough, I put them shits on. And then they went from having the shit across, striped across, and me and Joel used to go to the cleaners and make them and tailor them to the way we fitted. Then True Religion started making the Billy jeans. When they made the Billy jeans, it was over after that. We went and then from there we were the first person to wear a pair of antique denims. Niggas did not know what they was. I didn't know what they was. I got them shits. Well, Chrissy brought them shits for me in Miami when we was down there shopping downtown. 04, 05, shit like that, you dig? She was like, nah, these shits is fire. These shits look like some old school cowboy type of shits. And them shits.
Milo, what's good, my boy? Yes, sir. 2025 swag. We up. 100%, my boy.
I just met her, so I'm trying to go off of what she like. I'm like, they look good. She like, nah, them shits look good. I'm like, these shits is tight. The fuck? I'm like, even with the chrome hearts, niggas did not know what chrome hearts was. I didn't know what chrome hearts was. You heard? Like, but Chrissy knew what chrome hearts was. She saw the wallet chain it had. She's like, oh, you like that rock and roll shit? She's like, oh, you got to get the chrome heart shit. That's the big boy shit. That's what Tommy be wearing all that. I'm like, what? We went in there and the tank top was 600. I almost fainted. Like, what? This is a Fruit of the Loom tank top. What do you mean? Like 600. She's like, yeah, that's that big boy shit. This what they wearing on stage. I'm like, what? So it was like, wow. And that's how I learned about chrome and started getting more into the rock and roll look with my lady who I had met in Miami at the time. And then I started running with my man Zoe at the time. And by the time I got down there with the chain gang, my man Zoe was already on chrome heart shit too. He was like the only other person I knew besides Chrissy that was on chrome heart. But he's backing out chains that cost $3,000, $4,000. Cuffs that cost $5,000. All this is all silver, all silver shit. This is back in 04, 05, shit like that.
I can't believe you were spending that type of money on drip. But you met Chrissy in Miami?
She from Harlem, but I met her in Miami.
Okay, so she was like she was like a stylist for you when y'all met.
She wasn't a stylist. She just was always fly. Like Chrissy was one of the flyest girls in Harlem. One of the girls that, not just me, most of the niggas in Harlem grew up, had a crush on her and shit like that, you dig? So in passing, I would see her hit.
Phone lines is open too if y'all want to call up tonight. We chilling, we rocking. Milo, that's a fact. We like back to the old days. Jeezy Lover, what's goody?
They were in Miami and I'm partying with Zoe, walking there and I almost fainted. Like, yo, so he didn't know why I was going crazy, but in my mind, I'm like, oh my God. So that was a great moment for me. And I was like a big score for me. I was young. It was dope.
Yeah. At that age, you obviously lit. You having your way. You could have anybody that you wanted. Who was it that stood out besides looks that Chrissy had that made you be like, yo, this the one I want to, you know what I'm saying, spend forever with?
She didn't tolerate nothing none of the other bitches would tolerate. Like I remember we in a club one day, like you said, I'm lit, I'm having my way. And I'm trying to talk to another girl, but be slick about it. And Chrissy's in the back in the booth and shit like that. And then I had Zoe tapping on my shoulder like, boy, she just left the club. You better go get her. I end up
Yeezy over? Okay, I see you, fam.
run out the fucking chasing out the club. Like, yo. And I was like, man, she a
damn nigga said in your dream a diddy freak off.
They wouldn't even.
Yeah, they would have just stuck around. And
yo, fam, you nasty work, fam.
And then she was always known for standing on business. She come from a world of hustlers too. Like she ain't no chump. Like, you know what I mean? Like she a big deal in Harlem. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She like
I see how proud you are.
She a little older than me, so her era was like right before me, and the glory days of all the Rich Porters and all that type of shit. That's her days.
Yeah. You know, as I see y'all relationship, obviously public, it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If you with somebody long enough and y'all got shared bank accounts, y'all got houses together, y'all got everything together, why is the world stuck on like traditional?
Well,
what that means to you?
Traditional is the marriage that we all know. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what every woman wants, and that's what every man should want to give a woman, and that's what I want to give my lady. But spiritually and commitment-wise,
Phone lines is open if you want to call up. Phone lines is open.
That's gonna be there.
He said my crew said it was a mistake, but the nigga do. We were mistakes. I'ma get shit right. If you spend my gay Jimmy, I'ma get. Shout out to Cool Cat from Facebook. I see you, my boy.
So many marriages end up getting divorced and things like that.
Right.
I come from a day where you get married, that's who you with forever. And my commitment is.
Phone lines is open. Numbers at the bottom.
I didn't have too many girlfriends in my life and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, but my ladies are dope.
If you on YouTube, smash them like buttons. Facebook, what up?
Bro, you know?
Twitch, what up?
I put my whole life on
TV
and all this shit, so naturally everybody's gonna have something to say because that's what it's there for, shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It used to bother me a lot. Now I don't even pay it attention because that shit serves no purpose in my relationship. You know what I mean?
What stops you from doing it?
Nothing stops me.
Way?
We about to get it going.
Yeah, about to get it going?
Yeah.
Here you hear it first. Respectfully, Justin LeBoy Show.
Yes, sir. It's up tonight. This nigga Jones, Camron Smoke. We on it. Pause.
We gotta
do
it.
2025 gonna be a great year.
Yeah, 2025 gonna be a busting year.
I need that invite because you just announced it here. It's about to happen. I'm pulling up.
Definitely
Shit about to go up. Putting my dancing shoes on.
Definitely bring some dancing shoes.
As I studied, like I did my homework, I didn't want to show up ever to no interview.
Let's see what else is out there, right? Because the interview is good, don't get me wrong. But let's see what the smoke is talking about. Let's see what the streets is talking about. Because I ain't gonna lie. It's nasty out there, fam. It really, really is. Let me see what we got going on out here. Let me see. It was rocking over on. Let's see what this is about.
On what Jim Jones needed to
See
do
what
for
the people are saying.
Info be there and MREC, all MREC clothing sponsored by.
We rocking tonight. Numbers posted if you want to call up about this Jim Jones, Camron Smoke. I'm with it all tonight, fam. Let's talk about
Incredible interview by our team lead. Okay, we dropped it December 26th. Okay, salute to Dello Flicks and all that. Salute to the homie, our team lead. You know what I mean? Dope interview. The homie from Baltimore. Baltimore showing me a lot.
Hold on, let's see what they saying out there. This is nasty work, fam. Let's see what this is.
A lot of people do.
They say Camron responded. This was 9 hours ago. This ain't even hit the streets yet. Let's see what this is about. This could be some fake. This could be some clickbait though. Let's see.
And Camron takes the high road. Jim Jones is out here trying to paint Camron as, but he conversations with that celebrity.
Clickbait, y'all. Clickbait. Listen, man. It's this simple. People are really talking about this. It ain't gonna be no drama. Ain't gonna be no beef. Ain't gonna be nobody gonna get hurt off this. I don't think. These guys love each other. You know what I mean? P. Diddy oiled up. Diddy, you back again tonight, man? Damn, son. Shit, baby. Diddy, we not even on you tonight, man. Pause. Why you gotta do this to us again, man? The fake Diddy's in the building again, y'all. Yeah. Let's roll them out. Diddy, you nasty, you. Stop this, man. Shit, baby. We not on you tonight, Diddy. Pause.
He had to say about Jimmy and Mace. I mean about Mace and Cam, pardon me. And 50 Cent, because Camron interviewed on 50 Cent not so long ago on the show. We about to play that clip also. But I want y'all to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this show started because we got to talk about this Jim Jones and Camron beef that's been going on for the last 10 years, to be honest, y'all. So smash that like button. Let's get the show started, man.
That's a fact, fam. Let's talk about it. That beef been on for years, more than 10 years.
Smash the like button, that thumbs up. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings.
Nigga said 10 years. We talking numerous years.
notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping my own video. And share this video too. Do me that favor, share this video. Let's get this copyright out the way. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel, on this channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational, entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational.
He trying to get to the bag. I feel him.
By the original creators. All right, man, we're going to get straight to it because I got a lot to talk about on this situation, man. Because these dudes come from my side of the coast. We come from the East Coast. These dudes from Harlem. I'm familiar with Harlem. I used to be in Harlem a lot when I was a youngin'. So I know a lot about Camron history and all that, looking from the outside as a hip-hop fan. That part. I've been on 140. Back in the days when I was young. Yeah, shout out to McGruff. Shout out to the 40th side. Shout out to them boys over there. Shout out to the Danger Zone. If y'all know what the Danger Zone is, that's 140th in Harlem with Camron from, Big Al, McGruff. List goes on. Mace from around that area. See, Jim from the other side of Harlem. But we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to explain why Camron feel the way he feel towards Jim. And Jim got that love for Cam, that Cam don't got that same love for Jim. That part. We got to talk about this, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
Let's go. Let's talk about it. Numbers at the bottom. Diddy got a few names. Yo, Brian, we ain't seen Diddy in a while, right? Now he gonna pop up tonight. Goofy.
Up, Jim Jones and remember when Jimmy went on stage and he went on him and 50 Cent back in the days. 50 called him to do a little show. That's when Ballin' came out. That's when Ballin' was like one of the hottest singles in New York. That shit was, that Ballin' record was all over the place. But that's around the time when 50 Cent and Cam had a little issue. And remember that time when Jim actually connected with 50 Cent to go do a goddamn performance. And Jim actually talked about this. He explained to the reason why he took the call, and he said, yeah, I'll go over there and perform. And the reason why he wanted to connect with 50, because he felt like G-Unit and Dipset, which Jimmy is right, they was the two hottest groups in New York and in the industry. G-Unit was up here, they was selling out arenas, but Dipset was right on them niggas' neck. They was the two hottest groups, man.
That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie, back in them days, it was either Dipset or G-Unit. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna front. Dipset had them hits. Come up with like plans and big ideas and trying to connect with niggas, and this what Jimmy saying. But Cam thought otherwise. That part. Yeah, we gonna fuck with this dude right here. He talking some facts.
He said first. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
That's a fact. Smash that like button. We rocking with my man right here. He talking facts right now. He talking my era. I liking this talk. Because he talking the facts.
All right, cool. Then I did the video. So I was like, all right, cool, this is cool. I remember this real talk. I was on probation at the time. My probation officer was like, come down to probation or we gonna lock you up on Thursday. I'm like, what the fuck I did? And New York City Intel was there. And New York City Intel said, what's going on with you and 50 Cent? I said, it's some music shit. What the fuck are you talking about? They said, well, it just seems like it's more than me. I say, yo, he puts people out of business. I gotta respond. That's more than everything I love. I told these niggas this. I'm like, yo, the man puts people out of business. You gotta say something else. Then one officer's like, yeah, he does, man. He does. So it's just on me. Y'all gonna talk to him? Like, that's like, yeah, his flight is late. Then we're gonna have a conversation with him too. So the more of the story is, like I said, Dipset at that time kind of really wasn't on the same page, but it wasn't public, external. Yeah. And I was like, maybe I could fix this shit before it gets out of hand. And that's where my mind frame was at. But then when niggas went on stage, I'm like,
yeah, that was Apollo.
Shit that spun out of the nigga.
It just went out of control.
It is a checkmate moment, which was, I said, this nigga's devious right here.
If your zip code. All right, so that was when Camron was chilling on his show with 50 Cent. And I think this is where Homeboy's trying to lead up to, saying that this is why Jim Jones is mad. But I don't know if this is the main reason, because he knows that this is years ago of all of that. I think he's more just, fed up of them not talking. You know what I mean? I figured this is the only way they're going to probably have to sit down after this. But let's see where homeboy going with this.
Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do me that favor by supporting this channel. Smash that like. See, according to Cam, and it's hard for me to believe this, man. It really is. It's because, yo, Flea, a.k.a. Cam, a.k.a. King Joffrey. I've been following your career my whole life since I was a kid, champ. I go back since your first album. By you saying that, you sat back and you was going to actually squash the beef between you and 50 G Unit and Dipset. That's at that time. But then you saying in that interview you did with 50, that you interviewed 50, you said you was going to squash it before it got too far, before it got too crazy. But you said when Jimmy and Joel's joined 50 on the stage and they performed with Fifth, that's when you was like, nah, what these niggas doing? But see, I don't get that. If you was going to squash the beef, that was your mind state. You said it just in that interview. You said, man, you know, I was gonna squash the beef, this and that, but until I see my niggas Jimmy, he ain't want to say Jim name, but everybody know the history. He said when them niggas joined 50 on the stage and all that, that's when he changed his mind. But how you gonna change your mind when your first thought was to squash the beef? So that should be a good look from day one right there. Like, oh, my niggas on stage with them? All right, let me hit Jim right quick. I don't understand that part because you was gonna squash the beef anyway. Jim ain't do nothing wrong. Jim ain't diss you or nothing like, yo, F-Can and all this. He wasn't on stage with 50 Cent dissing you. We're going to get to Jim on that part. Jim was thinking the same way you was thinking. He wanted to squash the beef also. But you got upset because Jim and Joel's joined 50 on stage. And then that's when you end your relationship with Jim and Joel's. Because ever since that happened, I mean, everything went left. It was never the same again. We never seen Cam with Joel's or Jim the way they used to be, the way they all used to be in the beginning. But you got me.
Sammy V, what's goody?
You said you was gonna squash the beef. You know, my mind state was to squash the beef and all that. But then this dude playing chess, you know, Fifth, he got my niggas on the stage with him. So, but you was gonna squash the beef though, champ. So I would have sat back and been happy. What you talking about? Jim and them niggas squashed the beef for me by joining on the stage with you. So now I ain't got to put the extra effort in. To be sitting on the phone with Fifth like, yo, you know what I mean? Oh, this is BS. And nah, you got my niggas on stage. All right, everything is good now. I'm gonna call this nigga the next day. I'm gonna call Fifth the next day. We're gonna see where our energy at now. Now, if the energy is on some, nah, man, I ain't messing with you. That's different. But Cam, you really bust a female move on that note. I'm sorry to tell you, champ, and I rock with you a lot. Pause. You one of my favorite rappers. But Killer, Cam, you was thinking like you was very emotional on that part because you said it out your own mouth in that interview. I was thinking about squashing the beef anyway until I seen these niggas join on the stage on you. What? Now, you said you wasn't never thinking about squashing the beef and then you seen Jimmy and them join the stage with Fifth, that's a different story now. Because you ain't...
Well, nah, you got to think about it. He's saying that he was going to squash the beef till he felt like 50 Cent crossed the line and went and grabbed his niggas and put them on the stage. That's the way I'm looking at it. Shit, baby. I'm looking at it like, if I see my niggas on stage with you, I say, oh, you crossed the line and we ain't got my niggas? I definitely can't cross. Yeah. I definitely can't stop the beef now. Pause. You ain't got my niggas? So I kind of feel Cam on that one with the, you ain't got my niggas, so I can't just squash the beef on that one. Come on, fam.
Squashing no beef with Fifth. But you clearly said in that interview right there, you was planning on squashing the beef. That was your mind state at that time. But then you change your mind when you see your niggas that down with you join Fifth on the stage. I'm kind of confused on that. I don't know if y'all confused or not. But the words the people use. Now, if I'm sitting and I say I was never thinking about squashing the beef, and then I see my niggas on the stage, that's a different story. But you clearly said in front of 50 Cent, your mind state was to squash the beef. But then you change your mind when you see Jim and Joel's on stage with them. That's crazy to me, Killer. Cam, that's crazy to me right there. Let's continue, man. So we got Jim Jones now, with his interview recently, the one that's going viral. And this is what Jimmy basically saying. Jimmy had a lot to say, man. Shout out to Jones, shout out to Cam, because I rock with both of y'all, man. I wish I could squash this goddamn beef and get back to the music and get this dipset shit the way it used to be. With some new artists coming out, that part. But let's get to Jim, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man.
Keeping it Cam right now. He just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show.
The government's plan for a digital dollar isn't just...
All right, it's getting real smoky out there. It's getting real smoky out there. We got a lot of smoke today coming. Hold on.
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them niggas in their life. You heard? Both of them. Pause, though. Get off of my dirt. It's only space.
Damn, he violated them right there. I ain't gonna hold you. He violated them right there. That's nasty. That's crazy. I didn't know he said all that. Jim is wild.
Story. Cam was like, I thought we could pull it together. Next thing I know, I see Jim performing with
That
50.
nigga ain't think nothing. He could pull nothing together. He couldn't do nothing with me. He couldn't tell me nothing, nigga. Like, let's not get this shit twisted. Like, nigga, nobody could tell me nothing, nigga. I was my own boss. I did what I did as a fucking soldier, because I was a soldier, nigga. You heard? I had the soldiers, niggas. Niggas didn't tell me nothing. You heard? I did what I wanted to do. I seen the shit wasn't going right, so I started doing what Jim Jones needed to do for Jim Jones, because the nigga that was supposed to be the Don wasn't taking care of the Capo. Started feeling like the Gotti movie, you heard?
Crazy.
But what was the point where you realized I'm gonna have to do what the fuck I gotta do, because this shit...
Now y'all heard Jim. Jim, according to Jim, see, this is bugged out, y'all. It's just confusing to me. Because a lot of people are just putting their opinion. Oh, nah, Jim just... Listen, man. I'm on Jim's side a little bit, pause, because I can understand where Jim coming from. Because when I break this down to y'all, Jim had more love than Cam. Jim had more love for Cam than Cam had more love for Jim. If that makes sense to y'all. The love that Jim was giving Cam, Cam wasn't giving that same love back. But see, I'm trying to see, the thing is with people, Cam had his own niggas, man. Jim, according to Cam
yes, sir, Don Cooper, we rocking.
Jim was in this nigga life as a teenager. That shit is bugged out to me. Y'all meet up as teenagers. That's still, y'all teenagers, bro. How the hell Jim ain't one of your best friends? Cam, y'all met when y'all was teenagers. You and Mace was cool, what? Okay, since what, 8, 10 years old and all this. Nigga, that's not too far until you met Jim. And Mace was there when you met Jim. That's the crazy part. Bloodshed, his cousin, may him rest in peace. All these niggas was in Jim's grandmother's house, if y'all know the history. Jim grandma left him an apartment down there in Tass, whatever, in the projects that Jim from. Mason, them niggas used to write their rhymes and all that shit in there. Niggas was doing a lot of whatever. Them niggas was getting to it. But for Cam to act like Jim came late in his life and all this, and like, bro, nah, bro. I'm starting to believe how Jim felt too. Jim popped off kind of quick and all this, that, and the third, and maybe Capo didn't like that. I don't know. Capo said he wasn't jealous of Jim's career, on Camron said he was never jealous of Jim's career, according to Camron. But what's like, how can you kumbaya with Mace when Mace did you dirty, left you in the dust, man. Back in the Bad Boy era when he signed with Bad Boy and all this, man, if everybody know the history, they know how Mace treated Camron back then. That's why Camron formed Dipset. That's why him and Jim went on and did what they did and formed the Dipset group. Cam was the first one off. He was the leader. He was the Don, like Capo said. I was the Capo, he was the Don of the shit. And you just get back with Mace though, with all the words y'all used against each other. I mean, y'all niggas said some most disrespected shit to each other, meaning Camron and Mace. and you really be Xing Jim out like Jim ain't help you do shit. That's crazy to me. Let's continue with this, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. And it's very hard for me to believe that Cam was gonna piece up the 50 Cent beat. Like Jim said, Jim's like, man, that nigga lying. That nigga wasn't planning on doing shit. Let's continue. Smash that like button.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, man, I hope this don't get too nasty out there, but it's up.
You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of the shit, and you know, and everybody knew that. But niggas wasn't doing the same thing in return.
What's something that stands out to you, though, when you realize niggas really wasn't for you? I know you say you've been seeing it, but there's a moment, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Wherever that
feel like somebody, when you start to feel like somebody want to see you do good, but not as good as them, you're like, oh yeah, I know what this move is about. You heard? Everybody don't got the mind of a real.
Facts, Don Cooper. Shit is crazy out here.
To perform, because
I had Ballin'. I had the hottest record at the time. My record was hotter than 50's records at the time when Ballin' spanked out and shit like that. When Cam did this shit with calling the station up over the cot shit and all that shit, I felt that was childish. That wasn't, like, you don't press no real buttons, and you're not about to come outside when it's time to really get active, nigga. So how dare you do some weak shit like that that really didn't hold no merit? Like, you start going crazy over Koch, over a white man that been jerking us since we got signed there, and whatever backdoor deals you had.
It's getting crazy.
And it served me.
Yeah, Brian, it's getting nasty, man. Good old-fashioned 90s hip-hop artists, man. Hey, but the only thing is these guys are old vets. They ain't gonna be this ain't no drill drama. This is just old smoke for years. Just, you know, they trying to get some shit off their shoulders, man. Let them rock. Let them cook.
Really go crazy and figure out, because that we were sizzling, but this nigga was on Mars, nigga. These niggas wasn't doing regular shit. These niggas was doing fucking arenas every night. We doing clubs every night. We got.
Now, if y'all kind of confused, let me break it down to y'all what Jim's saying. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. He's talking about G-Unit. He's talking about when him and Jewels went to perform with 50. The shit that Cam talking about with 50 when he said that, oh, you know, you play chess with me, you had my niggas on the stage with you, this and that. That's what Jim talking about. Jim like, nigga, I got one of the hottest records, one of the hottest single at the time. They playing that shit at Giants Stadium at the pregame in Giants games. Ballin'.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Ballin' was on fire. Ballin' was on fire.
New York Giants, I mean.
Facts. I can't fact that Jim Jones was doing his thing at this time. I can't lie to y'all.
Now, let's rewind. Let's go back a little bit for the first clip I played y'all. Remember when Camron said right in front of 50 Cent, yeah, you know, I was playing on my mind state was squashing the beat. The same way Jim was thinking the same way, Cam. You just heard Cam. You just heard Jim. Jim said, my nigga, I looked at that shit like that shit wasn't even that serious. We the two hottest groups coming out of New York, nigga. We might as well start sizzling, trying to sell out.
Harlem Romeo, we back on it, my boy.
Camron in the first goddamn clip said, yo, my mind was to squash the beef until I seen the members of the group was on stage with you. Nigga, you was gonna squash the beef anyway. And then on the other side, pause, Jim on his side, the way he thinking like, yo, this shit ain't even that serious. I'm gonna go rep the set on the stage. Like Jim said, I'm gonna go rep Dipset on the set. He wasn't repping G-Unit, Cam. Now it'd be totally different.
Nigga said Max B made that happen. Could be facts.
On where on, that's totally different. Listen, I agree with Cam on 100%, but Cam, these niggas was still wearing Dipset shit, still repping the dip, still repping the set, all that. So I don't understand what the hell was the problem. I'm starting to think, like Jim said, like Jim gonna get to a little later, a little bit of jealousy or something, like, because we got to sit back and we got to keep it real here. Jim was in them streets, man. When it comes to Dipset, who was marketing that shit the most? I sit back, I wait.
I thought I was detox.
I mean, he's right though. When you think about Dipset, you think of the streets. You know what I mean? That was not no label made up by gatekeepers. This was not no industry shit. This was straight up the streets. Fam is kind of right there. I heard of Dipset. I'm from the city. You know what I mean? I'm from New York, man. And I heard from them from the streets, the mixtapes, Facts, Casa, all of them. 145th Street, Harlem Romeo, you know the vibes.
Dipset off the Certified Gangster video when he did with the Game when Jimmy went out there to the West Coast. Jim marketed that Dipset shit so much, bro. Let me tell you something. That's why Dipset is... Now, take Jim out of that. I'm just going to ask y'all a question before we get to the next clip. Now, take Jim out of that situation. Say Jim never even exists. You think Dipset will be the way it is? And I know it's very hard to sit back and try to think about that because I thought about this. I said Cam is a hell of a rapper. Now, I never said Jim better than Cam in rapping. So get that out your mind. Cam is the rapper. But Jim had a market in mind. He had, like, he was in them streets. And plus, with him active in the streets with the...
Extort everyone. That's a fact, my boy.
He's even...
I don't hate. I try to put everybody on. That's a fact. Real easy, nice and light.
Bring more talent and bring more niggas around Dipset and make that shit the way it looked like it was back then. Because when we looked at Dipset on videos, I mean, they had a whole New York, whole Harlem.
Smash them like buttons, too.
Come on. I ain't got to break down the gang and all that shit Jimmy was down with, allegedly, that he still claimed, allegedly. I ain't going to break all that down. But Jim was a hell of a marketer. He knew how to market shit. So if you take Jim out of Dipset, you think Dipset will look the way it would have.
All right, Harlem Romeo. We had to mute him. I'm glad you said that. Okay, when you go back to the Mason Camron, right? You go back, you look at the pictures. The Hatton Center, playing basketball. Remember when Mace was bad? When Camron ain't passing the ball? Remember all that? Okay, this goes back to what Harlem Romeo is saying. These niggas go way back, man. You know what I mean? Yes. I understand Mace, did what he did. He didn't come to the video shoot. The people that's from the old school. You already know what I'm talking about. Cause Mace in that video, that song's top 10 in the country. If you put Mace in the gonna rise to the top, Mace and Beta, you put him in that video, they out of here. You see what he did to the 357, just the one scene he was in there running through the bam, 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 bam. Running through the Harlem and everything. Come on. You put Mason Bender in that video, Cam is out of here. SHEABABY. So yes, we understand that. So that's how far back they go. They got, for Camron, it seems like, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, it seems like Camron's always had love for Mace, and Mace hurt his feelings, and he's just happy to have his friend back. That's what it seems like, my boys. I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. That's all it seems like. And I can dig it. SHEABABY. I can dig it. You look at the Children of the Corn. He wanted that to work with Mace. We understand it didn't. And we understand everybody looks at Mace like he's the bad guy for leaving Camron behind, but no, that was kind of the best thing that ever happened to Cam. It made him strong, build his own team. He would have been behind Mace the whole time. Mace he would have been out the game anyway because Mace quit. So he helped him start his own shit early, that's all. SHEABABY. That's it. Now they back as bosses. If anything, Camron just put Mace on. He just put Mace on. So he kind of got his, if you ask me, he kind of got his, he got him back. Yeah, nigga, now I put you back on. I gave you a new lifestyle again. And I'm telling you, Mace is my favorite artist. I'm a Mace nigga. Shout out to Jim Jones, because I fuck with him. Fuck with Bird Gang, fuck with Dipset, fuck with all of them. If you look at the page, if you follow SHEABABY, you know I'm outside with Dipset. SHEABABY. Yeah. You see the hat I'm wearing? I'm Harlem Bronx nigga. Global currency. You know what it is. You know the vibes. So if you follow the page, you already know what's going on. So I'm trying to tell you, I'm a Mace nigga. So I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? I always wanted to know. This is why this is interesting to me. This is why I'm even covering this tonight. Or covering it, period. Because this is new news to me. Because, as much as I know them, You know, I can't ask them niggas like, yo, look, keep it real with you, my dude. What happened with you and Mace? I can't ask them niggas that, man. Yeah. So you know what I mean? I'm trying to find out the smoke too, my dudes. Let's get back to it.
Look, you think Dipset would have been still going for all them years when Camron actually sat back and took a little vacation from hip hop? Man, his mom, rest in peace. You know, his mom was sick. We all know the story. He moved to Orlando. He had his mom in Orlando. We all know that. Got to take care of moms first. Got to take care of moms first. But y'all got to understand, Camron disappeared for it was a few years he disappeared, man. It was more than 1 or 2 years. Who kept that Dipset shit going? Jim Jones. I don't want to hear the Max B. I don't want to hear I'm talking about Dipset, not Bird Gang. I'm talking about Dipset. Who kept that?
Nah, he's right, though. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Bam is right. This is why I say I'm going to listen to him. Don Cooper, what's goody, my boy? Shit, baby. Yeah. Don Cooper, what's good, my boy? Yeah, but like I said, I'm telling you, I agree with fam. Jim Jones did keep it going. He did. I can't. He's still going. Jim got hits out right. Jim got records out now. Jim is just coming off the we said the trend. Come on. Come on. He's just coming off the we set the trends. So yeah, but you know, but for some niggas just don't want to really do music like that. But Cam was doing music. You know, I was listening to his albums. His albums fire too. It's just niggas got a separation. These guys are all friends. They from the same neighborhood. Just had a little falling out. You know, this is just some little internet smoke. But it is interesting, the little things that these guys are saying about the little shit that was happening during these times. Because I'm telling you, these times that they're talking right now are the best times of my life. Yeah, shit, baby. Nisha! Oh my God! Niche! Niche is in the building late night. That was my heart pounding because I got my road dog in the building. It's up now. We are talking. We are vibing. So, Niche, let's put you on a little late, get you up to date. We are going over, once again, the Camron, Jim Jones smoke. You know this is my era. You know me. I'm a 80s, 90s, baby. So I got to cover this shit, baby. We are. Romeo's feeling me, though, tonight, because we've been talking a lot of them young. They young. You know, because only the young niggas get in trouble like that. Like, you know, during the mornings and afternoons, you know, we're talking a lot of young smoke. This is the smoke we need tonight, man. Benito! Shit, baby. Raymond Walker, what's poppin'? Yes, sir. 100% Raymond. You know the vibes. All right, let's get back to it. Got some good people in the building. Let's talk about it.
And the urban community is on fire and shit like that. In my mind, I see an opportunity for us to really start. You heard? Like, we had all the power and shit like that. My mind ran different and shit like that. So when he did that, I'm like, damn, I fucked all that up. You heard? And then it was like, now you want to start a beef with these niggas over what, though?
So you never understood why he started beef with them?
Nah, I didn't understand that. I heard what the nigga said, oh, Koch was a graveyard and all this type of shit. I didn't give a fuck about none of that type of shit. You heard? Like, and it really hit me. I was on fire at that time. I don't care about what you say and shit like that. We on an independent label getting stupid though. Like, we did shit that nobody did in the game. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, that shit was whack. I don't like how this shit is going. I gotta start really doing shit that's gonna benefit me, because niggas will seem like you won't want to see nobody else win.
Right.
And I need to win. I gotta win in spirit. So, you heard? I didn't put all this work in for nothing. You dig? I didn't teach myself how to rap for nothing. I didn't jump all on this game to be famous for nothing. I need to capitalize and be just as famous as the most famous, most successful rich person in this game also. I'm now in the game.
I still gotta know, like, how did that work?
That's the word. We ain't done though. Smash the like, subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah, I like this dude. I like this dude a lot, man. He's a nasty work. That's a fact.
See, the thing is crazy, because I know some people be like, yo, that part when he said, I taught myself. We know Mace taught him. Cam and Mace taught him how to put the bars together and taught him how to write Basically taught him how to write bars and shit in hip hop. I mean, write his bars on the paper and all that. We understand Cam and them taught them. They give him the head start to write rhymes. We understand that, but y'all gotta understand. Mace left a long time ago. So we know that, okay, he said that in his interview. He said, yo, Mace taught me how to rhyme. I mean, taught me how to write the rhymes and taught me how to put shit together. Okay. But that nigga wasn't there for the whole run. Pause. He wasn't there for the whole Dipset. So Jim had to learn the rest on his own. We know a few people wrote for Jim. Everybody got, man, your favorite artists, man. People write for everybody nowadays and back then. Don't let that shit confuse you. So that part right there, I was seeing a lot of comments on that. Yo, Mace taught him. See, people got it confused. Mace and Cam taught him how to start this shit. But they ain't finished with him. Jimmy started doing that shit on his own. His first album, know what I mean, on his way to church, all that shit.
Did you know that Amazon?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, he's right. They did teach Jim how to write. They did teach Jim how to get the bounce. They taught Jim a lot. But like I said, you can't fault Jim for learning and going to the top with it. Shit, baby. Could that be why they mad at him? It's like you taught somebody something you thought wouldn't win with it? Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? They taught him how to rap. He won with the situation. What's the problem? I don't think that's why they mad at him, man. I don't think they would teach him how to win and then he wins and they mad at him winning. I don't think that's why they mad at him.
Like, how did that work? You performing, like
They called me like, yo, you want to come out and perform at the show? Shit, yeah. I got the hottest record. I'm popping out. And I wish nigga would look at me sideways, think they gonna do anything funny. I'm with all of that. We'll boom this shit up. It'll be nasty in New York. That's how I was living back then. That's what I was on. I wasn't on nobody's front.
I don't know. Harlem is some dude. He from New York though. He talking that talk.
You dig? Like, hope everybody be calm, because y'all know this shit gonna go way left real quick. You dig? I'm here for what I need out this shit.
Right.
I'm going to show you him when he come back on.
And let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so it wasn't no deep thought. Like, this is like, nigga, it's an opportunity. I got to go.
Yeah, I was going there to do nothing genuine at all. Them niggas couldn't even dress. But he had a platform for me to perform on in front of thousands of people in New York. Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm popping out.
Mm-hmm. Speaking about not knowing.
That's crazy. I remember when that shit first happened.
This in here.
When everybody was like, yo, Jim. I remember, I think it was in Rap City. Remember Rap City, the BET? Remember BET had little Rap City shows? And the Jim and Fit was in there. And Jewels. And I remember when I watched that. This is how way back I go. For the youngest, y'all can go to YouTube, put Jim Jones and 50 Cent Rap City. Y'all see what I'm talking about. It's a throwback show from back in the early 2000s. That BET used to be doing all the time. Shit was in the 90s going into the early 2000s. And it was like one of those.
That's crazy. Nisha pull up in the whole chat. Hey, Nish. Hey, Nish. Nish was popping, Nish.
When I first seen that shit, I didn't even think nothing crazy about it. And I was a youngin' at the time, and I was a fan of G-Unit and Dipset. When I first seen that, and I remind y'all, Cam wasn't around. Cam disappeared. He just went on he just disappeared. People didn't even know what the hell happened to Camron, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it real, and that's something that Cam forget. You didn't do a press conference. Yeah, I'm gonna sit back from hip hop a little bit. You ain't do none of that shit. You just flew off in the wind, nigga, and disappeared, nigga, and we ain't never see you again for a couple.
Nah, Don Cooper. It don't matter if we sound old. It's the best era in life. Fuck them. We have been enjoying this smoke right here, man. It's about time they give us something entertaining. 2025, we love you now.
I don't understand, like, and I understand people gonna say Jim said a few little words to him, this and that, but yo, they best friends. Families always fight. Friends always fight. Look at him and Mace. These niggas on battle. Him and Mace was on the radio. Dropping mixtapes, going against each other, talking disrespectful. Camron said the most disrespectful shit to Mace in all his Mace records. Man, listen, go do y'all research. And y'all telling me him and Jim can't piece it up, but him and Mace pieced it up, and they doing very successful right now. Shout out to Mace and Camron. Y'all telling me him and Jim can't piece it up, and him and Mace did. And him and Mace actually battle on a record.
I agree with him. So look, it would be crazy if they did. I don't know. I feel like it'll never happen. I ain't gonna hold you. And I think I ain't gonna hold you. I think it's Mace. I think Mace don't want to rock with them dudes, man. I think Mace, he just don't want to. If you look at Mace, you look at them. I look at Mace that he's on another, like he thinks he's, you know, like Jim and them is outside, man. Mace don't want to have nothing to do with that, man. You know, Jim just got to just live his life, man. You know, I see Jim all the time. I respect Jim. Jim is in them streets. Jim is doing a lot for people. Because I seen Jim putting niggas on, man. Still to this day. That's why you got to respect it. He's putting niggas on, man. Giving niggas record deals. Getting niggas out there. You know, he's still interested in doing music. That's the difference. I don't think Camron's interested in doing music. When you're not interested in doing music, you're not interested in hanging around them type of people anymore. In your 50s. I'm being for Roach.
Shea baby.
So I think that's what the difference is. Jim is a little bit more outside. Jim is, you know, Jim is Jim. You know, we just seen Jim come off a hit with the Migos. This is crazy. You know, niggas 50 years old, making hits with the Migos. This is fire. You know what I mean?
Shea baby.
You know, I'll play straight fire.
At each other, disrespectful, saying things. I mean, Camron disrespected Mace for like almost 10 years. And you telling me them niggas could kumbaya, make a show and get millions together, but him and Jim can't do the same shit? A nigga that helped you build the Dipset legacy? That's crazy to me.
That is.
Nah, but where Joel's at now? Joel's home. He could barely even get on right now. He ain't even got a hit single or nothing. It's Jim. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. You take Jim out this loop, take him out the circle, it won't be nobody repping Dipset.
Crazy.
Camron's in a whole goddamn different lane. Joel's washed up, never dropped another goddamn album. And Joel's, I'm not even trying to disrespect you because I rocked with you, man. But you just, once you started drinking lean and all that shit, trying to be Lil Wayne, that's when your career just went down, nigga. Damn. And I remember Camron said that shit. Cam said, man, Joel started doing the shit Lil Wayne doing. I'm looking at him like, nigga, we from Harlem. We don't do that shit. Now, remind y'all, this is in the early 2000s.
It's crazy.
Because Wayne was drinking off the cup and all. That's New Orleans. That's down south.
Yeah, Wayne was drinking off the cup. This was maybe 2004 and 5. He was on that.
Joel's got all into that shit. Nigga, career went down. Nigga, Joel's ain't never been the same.
It's crazy.
So Joel's couldn't, nowhere impossible, rep Dipset the way Jim was repping Dipset for the last 10.
Not Jim's holding Dipset down. We know that. Everybody knows this.
Day in there 20 years, man. This nigga Jim been repping this shit going crazy, still going hard. And you telling me him and Cam can't piece that shit up and him and Mace piece it up? With all the disrespect he said to Mace on them records? That's why Jim's sitting back confused. Like, yo, hold up, that nigga's what? But me and you can't piece it up, Flea? But you piece it up with Mace?
Crazy.
No, man, I knew Mace since I was 8 years old. Nigga, you met Jim when you was like 15, 14 probably. It's the same shit, nigga. It's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to Jim, man. Let's smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
I'm going to tell you, he going back to the interview. Hold on.
I think it's really gonna happen. We two different type of people and shit like that. We always have. Always have. Competitive nature always been first before friendship. Remember, Cam, my man. It's not.
So it's not you.
I took the position of my position. Cam is my partner. I'm not his artist. I was the CEO of Diplomats. I made Diplomats with him. I was with him for every bit of his journey. I held him down. I took that position of holding him down. I'm not his soldier. You heard? I'm his partner. But in the journey that we had to take, I had to do what was needed, nigga. That's why I played my position. And that's why I'm able to be here and have a conversation with you, because I did what I was supposed to do. If I didn't, I don't think I'd be able to have this much success or this good grace. We just on two separate sides of the fence. You heard? Like, they do what they do, and I do what I do. I'm very different from them, my brother. You heard? Like, very different. For real. You did? Yeah. Like, way different than them and shit like that. And I ain't here to put nobody business out there, none of that type of shit. I'm not that type of nigga. I ain't here to talk down on them niggas. Yeah. I don't care. Them niggas know what I do. You heard? And they know what I've done. And they could dance around it all they want and shit like that, joking. But they know, nigga, if I get upset, it's going to be a real problem.
Take your right hand,
It's
shake
crazy.
it out. How many people?
It's crazy. Yeah, shit, baby. That's crazy. I mean, like I said, man, nobody wants to see no problems, man. But he talking crazy on there, man. He talking crazy.
Shout out to Jim, man.
Word.
Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Mace. Shout out to
Word.
Dipset. Shout out to the whole Harlem, because I grew up off that music. I definitely grew up with McGruff, everybody.
Shout out to McGruff. That's a fact.
But I know people going to, hold up, before we continue, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. I know people going to be like, yo, Jim be talking tough. You know, he got his head. Listen, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some in the streets, especially when you're in that world, that Jim was in that world at the time when he was active. When he's running around, I mean, claiming throwing up the bees and all that. That nigga made New York look, he made that shit look cool in New York.
Word.
We not
I ain't gonna hold you. He did.
like Jersey, New York, and Connecticut and all, because Philly really don't rock with the game too much. So Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, they was banging that shit because of Jim. When Jim came on the TV, started showing the red flag and all this shit, claiming, I mean, man, that whole New York blood wave went crazy. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. And that Dipset era, that shit played a lot. I mean, Jim and them niggas played a lot, man. They played a lot in that role. We gotta remember, we seen this shit on television. These niggas they not just wearing no red shit and just wearing khakis, nigga. These niggas, we looking like Harlem out here. That's how they was on it with the red flag.
That's a fact.
They made it look fashionable. You could put the red flag and still look fly. That's how Jim and them niggas did that shit. So you gonna win some, lose some when you part of that life, man. That's number one. Jim done got touched, got chased before. Jim pretty much sure chased niggas, and he put hands on niggas too, him and his niggas. It's just a lot of his shit that he was doing with his niggas probably didn't get too much on the internet like the ones we seen on Jim or the one.
Word. He felt facts.
That's all I'm gonna say there. But I could tell y'all, as a fan, Cam wasn't out there. It was always Jim and the Dipset niggas. Always Jim and the Bird Game niggas. It was
100%, my boys. I'm trying to tell y'all this. What I'm trying to explain this to y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all this. He's telling the facts. You know, when I said earlier today in the morning show, afternoon show, I said when I never looked at Jim Jones as a rapper. I looked at him as the strong arm of the Dipset. When I'm coming up, listening to everything, coming up off the whole game, Jim Jones is straight up. You can catch him on 145th Street out there with my man, what's his name, Casa, with the mixtapes, all that, 145th. Go, come on, my nigga. I'm from Westchester County. Niggas used to get money, go down to 145th Street and Broadway and go shopping. Come on, man. Casa out there, the mixtapes. This is facts.
They would have been friends right now, how him and Mace is. Jewels, that nigga's just wild, man. Listen. If Jewels was still on his dean and one of the still hottest rappers coming out of New York, maybe you didn't need Jim. Jewels could have held that shit down. But obviously, Jewels couldn't hold that down. And Jim had to take over that position for many goddamn years to keep Dipset relevant and keep his career relevant also. And he did a hell of a great job, if to be honest, because that man's still relevant. That man's still doing music with young niggas, all types of shit. Still repping the dip. Cam, you wrong for that, champ. I'm gonna keep it real. You wrong, man. If you could piece it up with Mace with all the disrespect you said to Mace, there's no reason why you and Jim can't piece that shit up, bro. Jim never made a diss song about you. Jim never went like, Jim ain't do the shit that Mace did to you. Let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man.
Anything that I did with Diplomats was out the love of my heart. He said I was a CEO. I never had no paperwork. My name wasn't on nothing that I own. And his name was on everything. I never got no publishing checks for that I wrote them on everybody's album. I never got no writing credits. My name was never on nothing that had to do with nothing to do with Diplomats. You heard? I was an owner by right because I was a part and I started that. Anything that I did.
You seen this shit before it happens, what you tell, like everything.
Mm-hmm. It started with Mace. He didn't do the right thing.
That's the one question I wanted to ask you. I'm a little bit too young to understand. Like I just was able to be like I was able to be like a teen. Like
I watched Mace shit on Cam and everybody around him.
Wow.
A bitch like all the time. You heard? Like I was there the whole time, but I was Cam's man. You heard? Cam and Mace were so-called best friends, grew up together, and R.I.P. Huddy. Like I was there for everything. That's one thing that people can't never say is that I wasn't there for every single.
Raymond, that's a fact. Raymond, you talking that talk. I'm telling you, this is the life. These niggas is, I feel bad for all these young niggas out here. The movements is trash.
I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling Cam, so
like, you knew where to go shopping. Your Instagram was to go shopping at the industry spots to run into niggas. Am I right or wrong?
Like that, like being overprotective, making sure nothing happened. Like he was trying his best to make sure that Mace stayed as safe as possible, but Mace had got that money and lost his motherfucking mind as he's supposed to, man. He grew up in a kid that doesn't have what most of us had. He was probably more or less fortunate than most of us. Didn't have the sneakers, didn't have all that shit coming up. So him having the first bit of success out of all of us and really get into a bag, he just went crazy like most people do and shit like that. Shit, I had my times where I went crazy, but that bag just be too much.
Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Do that.
My boy is back. He talking that talk.
Pardon me. It was a gem that he actually said in that part when he did that interview. You see how he said when Cam, I see how Cam jumped out the window, make sure Mace was
That's
good.
A fact, Don
he should
Cooper.
just jump off the pool.
Don Cooper, 100%.
That's the same thing Jim was doing for Cam. I sit back, I wait.
Here's the big secret about women.
Yo, it's this simple, man. That's why that era was the best, man. You wasn't there, you saw nothing. I don't want to hear about it.
That's the same thing Jim was doing for Cam. Like Jim said, I was Cam man. I wasn't Mace man. That wasn't my nigga. Cam was my nigga. So when Mace disappeared and bounced on us when he got the money and all that and left his best friend, meaning Camron, in the dust, I was the nigga that stepped up and said, yo, Chad, we're going to build this shit. We're going to go independent. Anything you tell me what to do, Flea Cam, nigga, I'm on it. Nigga, what I got to do? This is Jim playing his position. Making sure Dipset and the rest of the other niggas, Freaky Zeke, all them other niggas, because you can't dis.
Okay, let me pause this. Now, let me tell you, at that time, if you didn't have no nigga like that around you, you wasn't making it. Because, the music business wasn't like now. Like, niggas wasn't wearing no tight jeans. There was no playing around. There's no goofiness. That's the word I want to use. At that time, there's no goofy. There's no time for goofiness. Goofies don't make it. No time for the goofies, man. And I'm going to tell you, Camron having a Jim Jones with him, it did give him, I ain't going to lie, it gave him that extra oomph, man. Because Cam was always nice. You know, Cam was nice. But what made me really grasp on the Cam after Mace, because I just told you Mace was my favorite artist. But what made me say, hold on, this Camron nigga is it. Because he was doing the 357s in the hood, in the Kingdom. Let me know, in the projects, all of that. So when I'm seeing Camron, I'm like, hold on, this nigga's outside. He got the blood niggas with him. This nigga's different. This nigga got the bandanas on. This nigga's different. Now, to form Dipset, when you think about Dipset, right, you got to keep it real. If you from those days, you know this. When you think of Dipset, you think of them Red Boys. Yeah. You cannot form Dipset without the Red Boys. The Red Boys is all Jim. Jim's the outside nigga getting them, he rounding them up. So when Jim is out here saying he's starting the whole movement from the mud, you gotta respect it. You know what I mean? You gotta respect it. But Jim Jones, it's obvious he was the oomph because they're out of the picture and he's still going. So it's obvious, you know, when you look at the person who always is the one that creates it, they can always keep going. The person who don't create it, they can't keep going. So it's obvious Jim Jones was the one that kind of created all of this because he's still going. You just said he had a hit with the Migos. 50 years old on the floor in Harlem doing songs with Offset and Quavo and them in Harlem. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. This is crazy. And look, that video shoot. Watch this. This is the crazy shit. This is shit I was trying to tell y'all. Let me show you. Let me see if they got the pic. But yeah, the day he's in Harlem, they got the global currency on. That's a fact. In the video shoot, we set the trends. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I couldn't pull it up, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jim Jones, he still keeps going. He in Harlem. I seen that shit. I said, yo, nigga got these niggas on the block. Like, this is the 98, my nigga. We're in front of the bodegas. Nasty. Fire.
SHEABABY.
Spread of them niggas in the back end. But meaning I'm talking about the main niggas up front, the one that got the cameras, lights, camera, action, Jim Jones and Cam. Jim played his position. Just the way he said Cam played his position with Mace at Once Upon a Time. Cam, that was Jim doing the same shit for you, champ. That's why Jim feel the way he feel. That's why Jim cried in them interviews at Funkmaster Flex and all that shit, and you clowning him and all this, that, and the way, all that shit, Fleet. Nah. Niggas only cry for when they get emotional, when they really love you, nigga. That part. Niggas just don't cry for a nigga they don't got no love for, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Cam. I'm gonna tell you from a nigga from the outside. Cause that's the only time I'ma shed tears. If I got love for you, homie, and I know you since nigga, something happened to you, I'ma shed tears. You one of my day ones. Especially if you help me build this goddamn legacy in this label that we got running for years and years to run. Cam, you wrong for that, champ. Because the same way you was with Mace, that's how Jim was with you, champ. Make sure nothing happened to you. Make sure you good. Anything you had to, yo, Jim, I need this done. Jim, I need this done. Yo, Jim, go tell him. Jim probably was doing all that shit according to all the interviews Jim been talking about this shit for the last 10 years. And then when we hear your response, we hear when you talk, you just be clowning Jim, acting like Jim wasn't there. I'm surprised y'all niggas, I'm surprised Jimmy made a diss record on you by now, be honest, yo. To be honest, I'm surprised Jimmy make a diss record. Mace did, though.
It's crazy.
Mace dropped a couple of diss songs, little single songs back in the days on the mixtapes.
Damn sure did.
You disrespected Mace so much, I don't even know how the hell y'all friends. Sometimes you can put things to the side, I understand that. But then you gotta batch everything up, bro. You gotta, come on, man. If you and Mace don't make kumbaya, nigga, you and Jim could do the same thing, bro. Jim ain't make no diss records and disrespect you and did all types of crazy shit. He ain't do none of that shit. That's the Jim that I caught when he said, yo, Cam, you should do everything for me. Jump off the porch, make sure Mace was good, this and that. Jim was doing the same thing for his man Cam, man. So people can't sit back and be like, oh, nah, Jim, they just leave it alone. Nah, Jim did a lot for that. He look at that nigga like that's his brother. And for him not to piece it up with you, and then you go make a show, which I know that shit probably hurt of Jim when that shit first happened, when him and Mace got the show and all that. He looking like, yo, all this shit you was talking about this nigga? That's how Jim looking at it. And Flea, I barely even talk shit about you, nigga, but you talk so much shit about Mason.
It's crazy. Yeah, I remember he did do a lot of diss records on Mace, and Mace did do a lot of diss records on him. At that time, them niggas was going at it. This was maybe 2001 or 2 or 2000, right before Mace retired. They was going crazy on each other. I ain't gonna hold you. They was. Crazy.
Let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm telling you, nasty work between these two, man.
Nasty work.
Much. You dig, but
Nasty work.
I still love them today. You know what I mean? The people that I consider to be the ones that's gonna help me in this journey, I still love them today, and we still have great relationships and shit like that. It ain't got nothing to do with Cam and them and shit like that. We all have our own group of people that help us along with this journey and shit like that.
So now that you see Cam and Mace together having their own show, how did that shit make you feel when you seen them come together after everything that you did?
I seen crazier shit happen. I know brothers that shot brothers and shit like that. So for friends to get back after a world of whatever they went through, it's not surprising to me and shit like that. But I see they don't talk about
Tone is in the building.
Being shit on, you heard? They don't talk about the things that separated them and shit like that. So, you know, it's funny. But kudos to them, man. They got a dope show. Who am I to hate on what they got going on, man? I hope they make $1 trillion.
What's the craziest shit you seen Mace do to Cam that was just like, yo, I can't believe these niggas could even get back cool?
Tone Niche said, hey, Tone.
But I say,
He said, what up, Niche?
I seen Mace fire his brother, kill him out the limo in the middle of the highway and shit like that. You heard? His old brother. That nigga's vicious. But he coming back off the road for, I think, a bunch of tours and shit like that. Get off the plane. And Mace got the brand new Mercedes drop burgundy, pull up to the airport. Skirt, the car dealer bring that shit outside the airport. Two-door drink, brand new stickers on that bitch. That nigga going crazy, right? Joking and shit like that with Cam and shit. That nigga jumped in the shit by himself with skirt off. I said, yeah, this nigga. Get the fuck out of here. This nigga is a different type of animal. This nigga don't care about nothing.
That's Mace. See, basically he's trying to say he jumped in that new shit, looked at Cam and skirt off, nigga. Now I know people like, yo, nah, smoke. I'm just saying. I remember the time when Cam and Mace was going back and forth. I remember the time when Cam was disrespecting Mace on them tracks. I mean, bro, man, this. And I listen, like I said, kudos to them too, because I love their show. I watch their show and I'm a big Cam. I grew up hearing Cam music and Mace.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold, I gotta pause, fam. Yo, he's funny. Yo, it's crazy. Mace and Cam, man. Like, if you are new to Mace and Cam, then this is all new to you. But if you've been following them for years, you know, you kind of happy that they got back together because these guys were supposed to be together from the beginning. But I'm telling you, if Mace and Cam are together the whole time, Camron is nobody. This was the best thing that ever happened to Cam. He got his own legs. I'm just telling y'all, Camron puts on Mace now. This is Camron's deal right now. The whole talk show shit, this is Camron's thing. He puts Mace on. So this is what I'm saying. You know, those people came to Cam because Cam became Cam. You know, you got to remember, Mace quits. What happens if, you know how the guy that always got a rap behind the nigga that's the boss, like Memphis Bleak with Jay-Z. You know why Memphis Bleak is a millionaire right now? Because Jay-Z keeps going and takes different positions and takes him with him. He doesn't quit in the middle of his career. If he quits, Memphis Bleak is finished. Memphis Bleak is finished. And Tone, that's my brother. He stopped by the studio. 100%. Shout out to Tone. Yeah. Tone, they asked you who's Tone? The females, the Shea Babies. Dolores, what's good, boo-boo? Thanks for discussing all this, Shea Baby. This is dope. Thank you, Dolores. How you feeling? Shea Baby. Yeah. Shout out to the Shea Babies in the building, too. We are definitely rocking. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. When I'm growing up, I'm coming up off the Mace and the Camron. I'm going to the clubs. I'm going to Skate Keys. I'm going to all of the clubs. Mace and Camron, honestly, at my era when I start clubbing, Mace and Camron got probably the hottest song. And I'm going to play it right now. By far, this is Mace and Camron's. Hold on. Let me see. I want to play it for y'all. This was that fire right here. Let me see if they even have it. Because it wasn't Horse and Carriage. It wasn't 357. Tone, what's the name of that Mason Cameron song? Hold on, I'm getting the song for y'all now. This song was the song that set it off for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. I'm about to play it for y'all right now. I'm trying to get to it. Yeah, no one got that. It's not on the, I don't see it on the YouTube. Or I just don't got the name. Well, hopefully Tone's looking for the name now. I'm great. What's up? Hey, Niche. I'm putting my bid in. Yo, Raymond, I can't get the name of the song. I think you mean the Oracle? Nah. This is way before the Oracle. This is like 1997, 98, fam. 96, maybe. 96, 97. This is 96, 97. This song set it off for me. Mason Cameron. I'm not going to hold you. It's so old that Tone can't even figure out the name neither. But it's fire. We got it? Tone figured it out. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Tone is right. We got it. This is the song that set it off for me. I'm not going to hold you. This is it, Romeo.
SHEABABYTV.
You trying to tell me? That's the song that set it off for me. I ain't going to hold you. Yeah. That's the song that set it off. Yo, I'm going to tell you because Mason Cameron, that's why I'm like, yo, seeing them together, it's like something people like from my era, we've been waiting for this. If Mason Cameron, like, we needed him in that video too. These are all videos that they did. Soon as Cameron heated up, the beef started, pause. We never seen them together again. After that, we seen them in one video. I can play it for you. This is the only time we saw them together. This is it. The only time.
On my Harlem, I got
those just now, fam. I ain't gonna hold you. That's the only time we see them together, fam. That's it. Trust me, I'm a big fan of both of them. That's the only time we seen them. That's it, fam. Never again. That was it. They ran through Harlem together, never saw them again, fam. Until now on the show. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. Yeah, nobody, so I hope Jim Jones and them can put it together. I ain't gonna hold you, man. But we gonna stay up to date on all of this, man. You know what I mean? They deserve the attention on the shows. You know, you know me, if y'all fuck with me and y'all been on the platform with me, you already know I protect the GOATs. So at all times, I don't want to see nothing happen, but we're gonna cover it And it's definitely interesting because I'm interested too, you know what I mean? Just no different than y'all, I'm a fan of the music and a fan of them, period. You know what I mean? So yes, we definitely gonna be up to date on that. He said I ran through the ups, especially with Tim's on. Come on, my dude. Everybody had the red. Come on, that red and blue. These red and blue leathers, they must have sold 1 million in them in Harlem. Everybody had the blue with the red matching with the hat to the back like Mace. Come on. Let's keep it real, my nigga. Yeah. Let's keep it real, my nigga. Let's keep it real. The red and the blue jackets sold to the roof with the Timbs, hat to the back like Mace. Big facts. I'm only just keeping it real. You know what I mean? That's the only time we seen them dudes together, man. And, you know, we're going to see what happens. Hopefully they can let Jim Jones in the circle because there's a lot of money to be made with Jim because I'm pretty sure, you know, Jim is still doing music. So maybe Jim could, you know, do stuff with the music with them, with the shows. You know, they could put it together and get some money. It's a lot going on in there. You know that. That's a fact. I have both the yellow one. Yeah, right. Right, man. You said you have both and the yellow one? Yeah, every color. I'm trying to tell niggas. If you got Flea, you know the vibes. I'm going to tell you the look. You had it was the red and the blue. The red and the blue or the yellow one with the hat to the back. The yellow one was mean, though. Because I know you had the yellow Yankee. I know you had the yellow Yankee. That was the look. With the do-rag on underneath. The yellow Yankee with the do-rag with the Timbs. Killing them. Right, Walker. That's a fact, Phil. This I had the yellow one, the blue, and the red. That's a fact. And you know what? Them shits. Cause see, this is why I like those coats. Cause once those came out, the Jews on Delancey went crazy with them. And you could go get them, you could spend up to $500, or you could get a nice one for like $150, $200 at the time. Go to Delancey easy. Any color. Any color. Any color. I was always in uniform. That's a fact. Yo, Romeo, is this the facts, though? You know what I mean? Or you had the Pelly, you know, or the AV. See, me, I was more of the AV, the color leathers. Gotta have the color leathers. The color leathers was everything. I ain't gonna hold you. The color leathers was it. Because you could match it with anything and really get Flea with it. I'm telling you. And then yo, why you think Mason Camron? Look, I'm gonna see if I can pull up the picture, man. Why you think they was wearing them, my niggas? That was the look. And don't let me talk about the dollar coats. If you from Yonkers, you know about the dollar coats. Yeah. 357 Camron Mace. Okay. Look. Come on, this shit's so old, the pictures is blurry, but look. They got the red and the blue on right there. Got the red and the blue on right there. Them shits is mean. Them shits is mean. And then they try to swag it out, and then they try to come with the ones with no collars. Remember the ones with no collars? So you remember the colorful leathers with no collars? But you had to have the collars, though. The collars was the Mace look and the Cam look. You gotta have the collars. You gotta have the collars. If you ain't had the collars, you know, once they had the ones with no collars, they became too hood. Because niggas started wearing them with the hoodies. With a fresh pair of Parasucos, you was lit. 100%. So, he said the leathers matching the Parasucos. That was your look, Toe. That's a fact. Word. I was on all that. 100% Harlem. Raymond, you talking facts. with the icebergs. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Iceberg. By the time Iceberg came out, I had a couple pieces of Iceberg, but I kind of switched off into once Iceberg really hit, I was rocking a lot of the urban wears. I ain't gonna lie, the sweatsuits and shit like that. This was like when Iceberg started really hitting, because Jay-Z and them niggas was on the Iceberg like maybe 98, 97, 96 through 98. But then when Iceberg, by time, because like at that time I'm still young, so by the time I get to say, yeah, I want Iceberg, I'm like, nah, give me that Nietzsche. You know, give me the Fat Farm. All of that was in. That shit was out by then. The rappers' clothes started coming in, the baggy look was in. That shit was out. Because they started making the fake Snoopies and all that in Harlem. Iceberg wasn't for me, man. Once they started faking them, I ain't gonna hold you. The fake Iceberg killed it. Once they fake Iceberg out, Iceberg was finished. But Iceberg was it. Come on. Whole Vito was rocking that Iceberg. Niggas was in that tunnel rocking that Iceberg heavy. You know what I mean? But Iceberg definitely was on it. That's a fact. Nigga said the Icebergs. He killed that. I ain't gonna hold you. If Iceberg came back out, they probably win. Somebody should buy that name and come back out with it. Iceberg will go to the top. The name alone is fire. Like Avizu dropped again and is killing them. Y'all had a good time with y'all tonight, man. We definitely gonna rock out a lot tonight. Sometimes I like when it's not a lot of people, because then you get the vibe with the regulars, man. And, you know, get to chill with y'all, have good moments, and, you know, get to know what's really going on with that smoke. All right, so I'll be on the mall, let's say between 10 and 12 p.m. I'll be on the mall. All right, I see y'all tomorrow. Good looks for the love and the vibe. I see y'all tomorrow.